Hi everyone, it's that time again. We're going to be making another one of our videos. The sun is out, sun cream is on, and today we're going to be answering a big question. How do you blow up a giant balloon that's going into space? I've got a couple of lovely friendly helpers with me today. We're ready to do some great filming, so let's go and find out. Hi everyone, I'm here with my two friends, with Jack and Alicia, who are our very friendly helpers for this video. Don't forget, if you ever want to come and help us with a future video, you can. Just reach out to one of us at the PTA. We're more than happy to have you in our videos. So today we are answering a question, aren't we, you two? So Jack and Alicia have a little microphone with them because we know last time it was a little hard to hear some of us. So both of you say hi into your microphone.
Hi. Hi.
There we go. Hopefully you can hear us a bit better. And today we are answering a really big question, aren't we?
How to blow up the balloon.
How to blow
up the balloon.
Brilliant. How to blow up a giant balloon. Now I have one of our balloons here because we have a few spares. It's always a good idea too. Now I know Jack has already seen this. Alicia, you haven't. No. Would you like to hold? This is the real space balloon. How heavy does that feel? Really
heavy.
Big, isn't it? Brilliant. Now a little balloon, how would you blow up a normal little balloon? That's exactly it. But with this, we might not be able to. This bit here is the neck that you'd need to blow in. Whoa. Do you reckon you could?
No, because it's too bigger than your mouth.
Maybe not, because we want to keep the balloon really, really safe and ready. But you're right, it would be really hard to blow up that balloon. So today we're going to find out how we're going to be doing it on the day. So, if you're not using your mouth to blow up a balloon, what might you use to blow up a balloon instead?
For a balloon with proper air in it. Like, you'll need a special type of pump.
Exactly right. Jack, yes, what do you think?
What about, like, you know those hot air balloons? They have, like, a fire thing where they store all the fire.
That's a really good idea. But we're not going to use fire because a hot air balloon is filled with warm air. So that's what the fire's for. It makes warm air that lifts it up.
I never
we're filling
knew
our balloon
that.
with helium. Well, there we go.
I never knew that.
That's how hot air balloons work. They're filled with very hot air. That's why they're called that. And hot air is lighter, so it lifts them up.
We are using a weather balloon?
That's right. We're using this, a weather balloon.
So if it rains, it wouldn't affect it?
Exactly. In fact, they're made for going up in the rain or in storms and snow and things, so it'll always work.
I also did a little picture of Trodon.
Brilliant. That's excellent. So you've just said it'll take a pump. So if you picture like a little balloon pump, you know, the little ones you get from the shops that pump up a balloon, would you like to see the one that we're going to use?
Yes.
Here we go.
It's probably really big.
Is our balloon pump.
That's
the part
really
that goes in the
big.
balloon. You can hold this if you'd like. There we are. Now there are two parts to this. The part that Jack's holding, what part do you think that's for?
To put in the balloon?
Exactly. There we go. So how does that feel, buddy? It's huge, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have you ever held a balloon pump that big?
No.
And this end, Alicia, what do you think this end is for?
For where you keep, like, the gas?
Exactly. That's exactly right. This is a very special thing called a regulator. Because up at your school, just over that way, we have a great big tank of helium. And it's really compressed. It's in there very, very high pressure. Well, that's one way of using it. It's a very high pressure tank of gas. And if we just plugged in this tube into the tank of gas and opened the nozzle, do you know what would happen? I think people would hear a bang from a very far way away. The reason it would go bang is because the gas is under a lot of pressure. So we need a way to take that pressure down and fill it safely. And that's what this is. It's called a regulator. This end, you can have a try and blow really hard. Who wants to give that a try?
Me.
There we go. You can try it. You can literally blow as hard as you want. And what it does, feels hard, doesn't it?
Oh my God.
That's what this special thing does. It slows down the air going through it. It calms down the gas so that when we inflate the balloon, it won't burst and go really quick. So that's our balloon pump. Now, the next question is this. Have you ever blown up a balloon or with helium or something? And what do you need to do next? You need to
tie it up.
Tie it up. But the problem is with a balloon this big, how do you reckon we're going to tie that up? It's going to be hard, isn't it? So we have a couple of things to help us. The first one is we're going to be using these. Do you know what these are?
Oh, so they're like little zippers that you can put around loads of stuff?
Exactly right. They're called zip ties.
Yeah.
So a zip tie is used to tie it up really, really, really tight. You've probably seen your grown-ups use them for things like fixing things on the car or for fixing things around the home. And they're a great way of holding something really, really tight. But because the balloon is so big, we have to use these to make sure that it's done up. Now, the other thing we've got is this thing called a safety line. Now, this is a very, very strong piece of cord. You two hold on to that each end and try pulling it. Can you try and pull it apart? Pull it hard. Yeah, it's not going to break, is it?
No.
It's made out of something called Kevlar, and it means that it's very hard to tear.
So Kevlar means, does it mean like, so it can't break apart?
Exactly, because it has to be strong. And the reason for it is because it's plugging into something else, which is this part. Can either of you guess what this is going to be for?
Oh, I've seen something like this. It's for like, if for wine glasses, there's a special type for it to come off.
That's right. It's like a corkscrew, that's right. But this one's going to go somewhere else. Can you guess where?
On a spaceship.
No, this is for when we're filling it up.
Spaceship, so
It's going to go,
how heavy it is.
but into the ground. And we're going to screw it down, and that'll hold our balloon down. So if we're filling it up, and one of us makes a mistake and goes, whoops, and let's go, the balloon will be tied to that by this, and it'll stop it from taking off until we're ready. So this is called our safety
When
line.
I
It's really
heard,
important.
when I heard there's going to be 3 people letting it go, I thought, whoa, there's a
Well,
really big
we're
chance.
going to do a draw for that, and somebody will be holding a string like this, and they'll pull it, and it'll take the safety line out, and up Trodon will go.
I really
So,
want to do that.
For anyone else watching, if you're interested, keep an eye out for that, because we're going to be looking for people to pull that safety line and release Trodon into space. Now, the last question about how do we fill the balloon is quite an interesting one. How do you know when you've blown up a balloon too much when you're blowing one up?
It would burst and it goes
Yeah.
pop.
Do we want that to happen?
No.
No. And also, what happens if we blow up the balloon not enough, if we don't blow it up enough?
It won't. If you didn't blow it enough, it wouldn't go up.
Yeah, so that's exactly right. So we need to fill up the balloon with just the right amount of gas. But how are we going to do that? Because it's really hard to measure how much gas is going in. You open the valve and you go, oh, 2, 3, 4, 8, oh my goodness, it goes so quick. We need the balloon to be just the right size, and we need it to lift up just the right amount. So, attached to this in the ground, there's one more thing we have, which is this. Can you guess what this is for?
No.
It's a scale. A bit like you have in the bathroom at home or wherever else you have a scale. But instead of measuring things by pressing down, this one measures by pulling up.
Oh yeah.
So if you gently pull on the top, can you see here, this little yellow marker pulls?
See?
That's it. Our balloon, when it's being filled up, perfect, thank you, will do exactly that. It's going to lift up the measure, and that measure will tell us how strong the balloon is pulling up.
So I have like a question.
Sure.
You might think it might pop at space, but it might go higher and higher, and then it pops. Then
Now that's
That's
a really
happened
good
with,
question.
That happens with normal balloons.
I can explain. That's a really brilliant question. Why do balloons get bigger and bigger and pop up there? Our balloon, when it's filled up, we're going to seal it, so nothing can get in or out. And when it's here, air is pressing on it in 2 directions. The air that we've put into the balloon is pushing outwards, but the air around us is pushing inwards too, so the balloon stays the same. And as he goes up through the atmosphere, there's less air pushing on the balloon on the outside, because up in space there's much less air.
like in like the ground, it goes
Yeah.
like this. Then
Exactly.
when it goes up, it goes apart.
It'll get bigger and bigger. Because there's less air pushing in on the balloon up there, the one that's inside the balloon, the helium inside it, will be able to push out more easily. And it'll make it grow and grow and grow and grow. But this is still just material, and it'll get to a point where it goes, I can't stretch anymore. And eventually it'll pop. And we want it to pop, because that's how Trodon will come back down. If it didn't pop, he'd be up there forever.
like forever.
So I think we've now learned all the different ways that we're going to make sure that it's safe and ready and easy to send our balloon up into space. I want to say a big thank you to Jack and to Alicia, my 2 really kind helpers today, for making this video. We do have some more still to make. Some of our next videos are going to be, just a moment buddy, going to be around questions just like that people have been sending in, and a last video looking at what are we going to do if things go wrong, because there's a lot of stuff that might go wrong.
I got a question, Dad.
Sorry.
What happens if the tracker accidentally falls out of a spaceship and crashes and we never find Trodon?
That is a great question. How about this? I promise that's going to be answered in the next video around what will go wrong, or what can go wrong. So until then, thank you again all so much for watching, and we will catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.